Hey guys, it's Christine and I'm coming to you live from the Hive on a Tuesday morning. It's time for Tip Tuesday and I thought I'm going to do this now so that I don't have to think about it all day. So you guys get probably the earliest live Tip Tuesday ever. Woohoo! So not sure who's all going to join me live, but I'm going to rock and roll right through this, you guys, because I'm supposed to be at my mom's house right now. So I'm buying her more time to get things done at her house. But we are on our way up to Appleton today. And I'm so excited because I have about 10 of these glue holder things that I'm picking up. I do have a wait list of over 20 though, so not everybody's gonna get theirs with this round, but you're still on the list, which is awesome. So this Tip Tuesday comes to you compliments of Deanne Estelle. She had an idea that she thought would be worthwhile sharing with everybody. Hi, Amy. Hi, Joan. And it is in regards to your glue holder. And this is what somebody had written and she sent to me. It says that this is a game changer. I have tendonitis and carpal tunnel, and screwing and unscrewing the lid irritates my hands and wrist. So I took the broad tip off of an old glue bottle, flipped it upside down, and inserted it into the glue holder. So she fastened that lid in the bottom of the glue holder, and so there's no more screwing and unscrewing her glue. It just lifts, and it just lifts out for her for her gluing pleasure. Hi Kay, hi Kay, both K's. Hi Cindy, hi Doris, hi Deb. Oh, and there's Laura, woohoo, and Noelle, and Sue Somerville, and Laura Wigan, and Kathy King. Wow, you guys are all rocking and rolling right in here. So, what did all that gibberish mean? Well, I have a video that I will also show, and I was trying to figure out, so I called this Tip Tuesday, Macgyvering your glue holder. If this is an issue for you, this is something you might want to think about how you can make this happen. Always best to make things as efficient as possible for your crafting and creating pleasure and gluing pleasure. Hi, Hildy. And so I'm going to flip the camera down and show you my little mess that I have going. I don't really have a mess, but I have stuff. And I didn't know how I was going to make this work for me, but I love the concept and the idea. And I have an idea, but I'm going to show you a video that hopefully I'm going to put the camera up really high so you guys can see this. So this is from Deanne, and this was what I just read to you. Hi, Patty Stebbins. This is a video that she shared with me. Okay, so this is the glue holder. They glued the cover, that's a glue holder, and they glued okay, so you have a spent glue. Like this glue is pretty much on its final days. It's gonna get tossed into wherever it needs to go, and you end up with these covers. So here's the thing, you guys. This person's glue holder is big, like B-I-G big, like it's huge, and they, compared to my purple one. So here's the thing, like they put this bottom in the inside. So I'm gonna show you why this is not gonna work for me. Hi, Vicky Fritz, because look, like my glue holder is smaller than that person's. So I'm like, oh, well, that's not gonna work, but that was such a great idea. But for those of you who have glue holders that are a little bit bigger, hi, Feline, that it fits in the bottom, cool. The other thing, I know this is so hard, this plastic, ultimately, this middle area is what I want. And I want, because there's this little pin, there's this little pokey-uppy thing right in the bottom here, and that's what goes into the glue so that it catches and it hits that and it stops, okay? So then your glue doesn't all run out. So, Macgyvering it. Tyler, I'm gonna call Tyler and ask Tyler for, like, how can I cut this so that ultimately I can get this glued in? Now, the other thought I had is, well, I have this side of it, and this actually fits in there, okay? So I thought about just taking, to make it easy, the easy button, boom. You take your hot glue gun, put a little drop of hot glue in there, and you get this guy situated, and then that would sit in there. Ultimately, if you don't have a problem with constantly doing this, but you can tell if people have tendonitis or carpal tunnel, hi Carla Lake, that this is gonna be something that's hard to do over and over and over again. So these caddies that I'm on my way up to Appleton, not technically, but I will be in a moment, to go get. Now the space for the glue is slightly smaller. So again, not gonna work so good, but this end does. And it fits perfectly in there. So let's say you put a little drop of hot glue right in the middle where my finger is and put that right in there. Then what happens is this goes in here and you never really have to like open and shut the cap. You just set it right in there. Now, I think that will work. I don't, you know, what happens over time is you get this little goopy thing around the edge because glue gets out. It's not physically difficult, but just annoying, Kay. That is exactly it. Do you guys know when you watch me do a live, I limit the number of opening and shutting of my glues, and I'll glue up to 4 things at one time. That is a tip in and of itself, you guys, that as long as you got the glue bottle open, glue like 4 things. Just don't get them all mixed into each other. Like that wouldn't be so good. So that, and you know, the other thing too is I'm going up to get more of these. I might talk to them and say, well, is it possible that we could make this just a hair wider? It ends up being more material, but just all in all, like if something, Etsy and Amazon have the kinds of, those kinds, yes. So they are a little bit wider, where these, they are just slightly smaller, but still you could adapt them to accommodate the whole concept of not having to open and shut your glue holder. So I just wanted to spark some interest. I thought it was a clever idea. When Deanne sent it to me, I'm like, yay, this is a nice, quick, easy tip just to get your minds thinking about if something isn't efficient or if something doesn't work the easiest or it's just annoying, like Kay said, how can we make it better? So that's my tip Tuesday for you guys, just to, you know, mainly get your minds rolling, MacGyver those glue holders. Get it so that it's efficient for you to not have to do extra steps in your creating and crafting. So, yay. Okay, I'm so excited. That was a quick, easy, down and painless Tip Tuesday. I'd love to see what you guys end up doing. If you end up trying to figure, or like not end up trying, but if you do figure something out and you found something that works for you, share it with us. Share it in this post. I'd love to hear your ideas and what you guys do for making your liquid glue bottle ease of use a little bit easier. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna say peace out. Word to your mother. Lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. I'm off to go to see the wizard. My mom always says that, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. So, all right, you guys, love you. Bye.